Ryan Westbrook, GeekWire Studios, here at AWS Marketplace Seller Conference 2023, joined by the man, the myth, the legend. This is the Managing Director of Technology Partnerships, Grusz. And first, I have to point out, You're a bit of a Duran Duran fan.
Yes, you can see with the concert shirt, yes, I went to the concert this year. I was pleasantly surprised. They can still bring it. So
I love it.
Show.
And speaking of still bringing in lots of things in the 6th Seller Conference to talk about today, what did you talk about at the keynote today?
Yeah.
What should we take away?
Yeah, there's just a lot of exciting things going on. So first of all, Marketplace is really becoming the preferred route to market for all partner types for Amazon. And so it's historically been kind of known as an ISV business. But as we've added more and more channel features, we now have the ability to support our resellers, our managed service providers, our distributors, our consulting partners, our GSIs. They're all going to use Marketplace. And it's because of the automation that we bring to the table. We're working with these partners at scales that we really haven't seen in the past. And Marketplace provides that automation that really provides an accelerant to our business and theirs, and that's what we're most excited about.
And one of the things you mentioned at the keynote is not just integrations, not just services, but apps are being launched on AWS Marketplace, a big growing part of the business. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I mean, when we first started Marketplace, it was primarily, it was usually just software that complemented that builder experience. Yeah. Security products, it was networking, it was storage. And that was very good for our first number of years. But what's happened with our buyers, our customers, are now saying we want to buy everything. And we buy our security products through Marketplace, but we want to buy our applications as well. And so now we're seeing the application ISVs really come in and embrace Marketplace in a very material way. So ISVs like ServiceNow are now going to be available on Marketplace. Workday is available on Marketplace. Infor, Zendesk, Adobe. Like, these are big application ISVs that sell to line of businesses, and they're seeing the value of coming into Marketplace as well because of all the automation that we bring to the team.
What is the value to the partner by integrating this, by even having AWS Marketplace in the first place?
Yeah, so there's don't overlook the value that you get with automation. Mm-hmm. We've done studies with our partners, and what they're finding is that on average, their close rate goes up by 27% by using Marketplace.
Right.
Their deal size grows by 80%, and they get their deals done 40% faster. And so that's very compelling. If you just look at the automation we provide, the fact that when it goes to Marketplace, our sales teams are automatically compensated. Our customers retire their commitments to AWS. They can view all their third-party spend right next to their AWS service spend. So there's all this automation that really provides a great experience to our buyers and sellers, and we really feel it's just beginning right now.
And of course, quoting a Forrester study there with the 27, 40, and 80% numbers, impressive statistics. What has happened over the last 6 years with AWS Marketplace? And we've had Seller Conference for 6 years, Marketplace longer than that. What has actually been happening? What do we need to know from the past few years?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We first started off as predominantly a self-service offering. It was to buy machine image products, OBBYs, at kind of clips that were $5,000 and below. We launched our private offer experience 6 years ago, which then allowed us to do very large deals. Now we're seeing 7 figures, 8 figures, even 9-figure size subscriptions going through Marketplace. And so you have this really good co-sell capability on the private offer side. And now what we're doing is going to come full circle. We're now trying to figure out how do we make, especially our SaaS ISVs, we want to make them look more like a first-party service within AWS. So we want our customers long-term to look at how they buy a product like Splunk to look exactly how they buy a product like Redshift. And if we get to that point, then our customers are going to be super happy. It makes it a lot easier for them to use the products. And that gets to value both for our sellers as well as our buyers in a much more condensed fashion.
So you talk about third party looking like a first party offering. Yeah. One of the big ways that you're going to have to do that you mentioned is through automation. Tell us about how some of the automation is going to make the onboarding process, the demo, you mentioned trial, make that easier and more seamless for the customer and the buyer.
Well, first and foremost, the first thing that we're doing is we're really treating Marketplace as a set of APIs. It was really more of a website experience when we started it. And what we've been doing over the last 7 years is launching more and more APIs. And that's how we're going to programmatically integrate into our customers' environments and to our sellers' environments. So just something as simple as submitting a private offer, we want them to not actually have to come into our Marketplace.
Right.
We want them to go in their CRM solution, be able to say, I want to submit this private offer, and I'm in Salesforce, or I'm in Zendesk, or I'm in Infor, and I can submit from those environments, and it flows right over to Marketplace. That operationalizes Marketplace in a much more material way. And then all of the sales transaction data, we want that to flow back to our partners in an automated format. So now they can look at their Marketplace subscriptions alongside all their other data. They can put it into their own data lakes, and they can actually see all their financials in one place. And so it's that kind of automation that really, really provides that acceleration that we're looking for. And that's our roadmap going forward, is just to have more and more APIs that decouple that marketplace experience and provide it from a business logic experience that I can integrate.
Now here at AWS Marketplace Seller Conference, you have the opportunity to meet with a lot of your partners, a lot of the sellers that are here. What are you hearing from them this year? What are they looking forward to in the future?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things that they're asking for. So one, again, that automation is key. So we're hitting points that we never even anticipated in the past. Right? We have partners that are doing thousands of private offers. Right? We never even thought that was going to be possible when we first launched that. And when you get up to that scale, you are introduced to a whole other set of problems. And so that's fun, is now we're engineering things that we never even envisioned. Andy Jassy will often say there's no compression algorithm for experience. And that very much applies to our business as well. We're hitting thresholds and volumes that we just didn't really anticipate. So it's now new engineering challenges, which are very exciting. And that's what's really fun, is now looking at how do we do thousands or tens of thousands of subscriptions at very large dollar sizes. Those are all cool problems to solve.
It sounds like a lot of cool problems to solve.
Yeah.
We are excited to see what you solve next. Chris Grusz, thank you so much for joining us. Managing Director of Technology Partnerships. I'm Brian Westbrook with GeekWire Studios. We are at AWS Marketplace Seller Conference 2023.